You may remember South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster ending school in March, and parents say since then it's been nothing but downhill. On March 15th, South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster announced the closure of all schools in the state due to COVID-19.
Effective immediately, I've ordered the closing of all schools in the state of South Carolina.
Parents tell me from this day forward they had nothing but problems.
I thought that given the amount of time the teachers had to get everything together, they did a really good job. I don't know that it was that beneficial to the kids. We were all just kind of more or less thrown into something we had never been through.
Ashley Martin says when school was canceled, she had to appreciate that the teachers had such short notice, but yet kept things moving smoothly. She says it wasn't until June when the school district really made her upset by suspending summer practices.
Jackson, first of all, we're hearing these concerns from parents daily. We're hearing it from dozens upon dozens of parents all the time who are understandably very upset about the suspension of summer athletics.
Tim Waller, Director of Media Relations for Greenville County Schools, says they're hearing the same thing from many parents who are upset about the suspension of summer athletics. Tim goes on to tell me it's about keeping the community safe.
But all of a sudden, DHEC came out with some metrics, and they said we want school districts to make decisions based on the metrics in 3 health categories where they're ranked low, medium, and high.
See, get this, DHEC, the state's health authority, provides a chart to school districts to use to then make decisions upon. Now, the chart is purely recommendations, not mandates. Dr. Traxler of DHEC confirms this information.
Oh, absolutely correct. This is just information for them to take and then apply to, as I said, their specific community, knowing what all the different factors in their community to make the best decision, not a mandate.
So having that clear, knowing that these guidelines from DHEC are purely recommendations, the question arises on why other school districts continue with summer workouts while Greenville County has them suspended. Oconee County Schools is in the high rate of spread for COVID-19. However, the superintendent sent me the following note, quote, "Our plan, as both the governor and president have called for, is to reopen our schools on August 10th with a virtual option. Our fall sports teams are currently continuing with summer workouts. While Oconee is listed as high spread right now, we feel like the safety precautions in place will keep our coaches and athletes safe. The Phase 1 plan from the high school league is very restrictive and keeps coaches and athletes separate while they are participating in workouts." With the limited amount of transparency Ashley received from school districts and officials, she wanted to reach out to more parents to see if they had the same concerns. So she started the PRESS Facebook group. PRESS is an acronym for Parents for the Return of Extracurriculars, School, and Sports.
I think at this point we self-isolated, we quarantined, we did everything we were asked for several months, and as soon as it was lifted a little, it kind of broke out like wildfire, which is what viruses do, and it was inevitable. I'm just thankful that the death rate is so low.
The thought of us not going back to school like normal scares me, because it scares me for those students who need school as a break from everything else.
Grayson Loftus, quarterback for Blue Ridge High School, says he wants to get back to school and sports as quickly as possible, and he worries about students who may not have someone at home who is as caring as the teachers. Now, I brought this same concern to a mental health expert. Take a listen.
There are real, psychological problems that happen when kids aren't in school. And we know depression goes up, suicide goes up, addiction goes up. Domestic abuse goes up, domestic violence. Kids needs socialization that comes from going to school.
Catherine Deaton says socialization is the thing she misses the most.
I love people. I love having that relationship with my teachers.
Greenville County School Board member Joy Grayson says she's fighting to get back to school as soon as it is safe to do so.
Overwhelmingly, I think we all want to go back to school. I mean, I had 4 teenagers in my household. 3 of them were Blue Ridge High School athletes at one time or another. And, everybody wants things to return to normal.
We must pay attention to what our medical professionals are sharing with us, DHEC, C2C. They're local doctors.
Commissioner Singleton with the South Carolina High School League says that all sports practices that are suspended were purely voluntary, and they don't put students who play another district at a disadvantage. I ask Ashley Martin what she says to families who have underlying health conditions as it relates to going back to school and their fears.
I say that I respect that, and I'm thankful for the virtual learning and e-learning options that they have available to them. I respect that. I mean, my mother has lupus, so I understand immune compromised. That can't be the kid's burden. You can't put that burden on children.
Ashley says her final drive home point is
there's a group of us that want our kids to have the face-to-face option and to be able to resume activity as normal. I mean, we can't stop life for a virus that we don't know very much about. I mean, this could go on forever and ever, and we just can't live like that.
And if you would like to join the Press Facebook group, just search Press on Facebook. At the time of this recording, there are over 3,500 members. Now, the organizers of the Press Facebook group have scheduled a rally to take place at the Greenville County School District office. It will be student-led on July 16th from 3 until 5 p.m. In Greenville, I'm Jackson Gosnell reporting.